Fluffs, what's up? It's good to see you guys. Glad you could all make it. Yeah. What's up? We got PJ Cruikshank and Ryan S in Elements. How you guys doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I just heard Ryan sneak in while the intro started. I was like, "Yo,
Yeah.
intro."
I heard a Buenos Dias. So
Yeah, that's right. How you doing, Ryan? You good? Ryan?
Ooh, Cookie Monster eating
Yeah,
cookies.
all right. You're on mute if you try to talk, Ryan.
Yeah, yeah. But anyway, it's good to see you guys. This is part two. If you haven't watched part one yet, guys, go hit the link in the description box and watch part one, so you have more of a context what's going on. I think yesterday's show was quite nice.
Mm. Yeah, it
This
was. It
was
was
good.
good.
We went through quite a lot, and yeah, it showed quite a bit why. I still got my doubts about this flat earther though. I don't know
Yeah, yeah.
why, but it's just something about him. But anyway, could just be my mind playing tricks on me.
It could, but I mean, yeah, you don't know. I mean, because there's so much of it going about, you just don't know sometimes, especially when you've got a feeling, you know.
Exactly.
I think your feelings are important because most of the time when you have a bad feeling, it's usually it's a good reason.
That's right. Right.
But yeah, it's like I said, it's just that grin of his and the fact that he doesn't actually rebut when they give something. You know, like they give an argument, he doesn't rebut it. He just accepts it and moves on to the next thing.
Yeah.
That's it, and then just smiles and grins and goes on the next thing. And when he does eventually give a rebuttal, like to gravity, he answers himself,
Yeah.
which is weird.
Hmm. Hmm.
But we got 17 votes, guys. Is the discussion we are reviewing honest? Yes, 35%. No, 29%. And I'm not sure, 35%. What did you guys say?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'll just go to not sure.
Mm.
Can't really divine their thoughts, though.
No,
But
of
I
course.
think
So,
it's leaning more to no than yes, though.
hmm.
Because of the type of arguments, especially what that dinosaur dude said, uh, based on physics and things, and Tapiocaweasel didn't even try to correct him.
No.
So yeah, it's more on the no side to me. But it's good to see you guys. Yes, good to see Triple X. What's up? Good to see you, PJ Cruikshank, Jeff Conkle. Hello, hello. Tusaka, thank you for coming. Glad you could make it. Miss Mod Queen Bee, hello. Glad you could be here. Great to have you in. Alan Nordstrand, what's up, man? Good to see you too. And guys, if you haven't already, please do hit the likes, share the show, let the people know the show is live so we can have a wider audience. Unfortunately, we can only go to 11 o'clock again because South Africa.
Good
Uh,
for Yeah. Yeah.
uh,
Mm.
Kanye West, what's up, man? Good to see you. So, are you guys ready to carry on with the show?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Let's do this.
Preferred direction that down needs to exist in some way for you to have buoyancy. It doesn't necessarily have to be gravitational. For example,
What? Did he just concede buoyancy doesn't require
It doesn't.
gravitation? Well,
Yeah, it doesn't
nice.
have. Mm.
That's
Right.
that's a good start.
Mm. Good
Uh,
sessions. Love 'em.
exactly. Hey Mongo MTD, good to see you, man. It's actually weird because they usually claim that buoyancy requires gravity because gravity causes buoyancy or whatever. But
Mhm.
it's good that he just conceded, yeah. Buoyancy, you can have buoyancy without gravity, which is true. Just like I
Mhm.
explained, Archimedes' principle doesn't require gravity. They
Mhm.
wanted the displacement to be gravity because they have a belief system. Archimedes' principle was created 1,900 years before gravity was even postulated as a force. And
Mhm.
today, gravity is not a force, so it can't even fit with buoyancy because it's not a force. You require a force.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's good start.
in the context of
Hey Jeff, LJ, good to see you, man. Glad you. He says the video audio is really loud. Sorry, I'll quite turn it down, but it does sound badly too loud. Let me know if it's fine now.
If you're in a train car and that train car starts steadily accelerating forward at 9.8 meters per second, and you closed all the windows and you don't know where you are, you can't see outside of your train car, and you have a helium balloon, before that car starts accelerating, that balloon will go up.
Yeah.
Assuming that the rest of the air is normal air. Once that car begins accelerating at 9.8 meters per second, that helium balloon is going to go backwards away from...
No, forwards. Forwards, Tapiocaweasel. It's less dense.
Yeah, that's it. Forwards.
Wow.
He's trying to think opposites there, and he's thinking, oh, which way does there's a normal balloon with there go that way or that way when accelerating in a car or brake or whatever. Yeah.
But I think he realizes it now. He's probably going to correct himself.
Yeah, helium does go forward.
But he's just... I want to know if the car is accelerating at 9.8 meters per second squared. How fast is it going to go after 10 seconds, for instance? That car will be quite fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, forwards. It's going to go forwards. And it'll be at a 45-degree angle because the acceleration of...
It'll be a 45-degree angle because it's stuck with a rope or a string.
Yeah.
That's why.
Well, not the same time as it's going forward, because there's got to be an angle there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's stuck, stuck on the string.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Saddle Bum, what's up? Good to see you, man. Thank you for coming.
I'm doing a second pad. Hey,
what's
up, guys?
How's it going?
All good.
Cool.
Okay, let's get on.
Like the whole room is now accelerating also forwards at 9.8 meters per second.
Well, the angle will depend on the acceleration from gravity versus the acceleration of the train forward.
Yes.
No, that's false. It's just simply the displacement. You don't need gravity. Hey, DJD, good to see you. I mean, he even just conceded that you don't need gravity for buoyancy. Why are they still trying to stick gravity into the equation there? The displacement at the 45-degree angle as you put it is simply because of the acceleration of the car. Gravity doesn't go sideways.
That's right.
That's what, yes.
Angles.
It could, but I'm saying you accelerate forward at 1G, and then it'll be... If you accelerate just a little bit, it's just sort of going to roll across the ceiling or something. Well...
Actually, when you break it down... buoyancy itself is another force that isn't really a force on its own.
Yeah.
It is dependent on other things existing, in this case, other forces. And
And what are those other forces? Gravity's not a force.
Yeah.
Maybe the displacement of the ratio displacement between the object and the medium? Ever thought of that? Hey, Sovereign Soul, good to see you, man. Thank you for coming. Glad you could make it. Yeah, guys, hit the likes. Share the show, guys. Really, really do appreciate everybody's support.
You know, when we talk about these quote-unquote fictitious forces, which isn't a bad name because they're not fictional, right? They actually are there. You can measure them.
Look at his face as well. He's like, seriously? It's fictitious because it's not an actual force. Let's put you on a merry-go-round, for instance. The centrifugal force, there is no actual force there. You trying to stay straight while the merry-go-round's trying to take you of a curved path. You understand? The actual force is there of the spin. You are just having opposite reactions to that force attributed. That's why it's called a fictitious force. There isn't an actual force pulling you away. It's just simply momentum. Oh, wow.
But they're things that are apparent forces that exist because of the context you're in. Like, you can see these all the time. Like, have you ever been to a carnival and there's that ride that spins you around pretty fast and the floor drops out and you stick to the back of the ride? You don't fall down.
Rabbitron. Yeah, exactly. I like that one.
that's using centripetal force to be which is a fictional force, right? There's no fundamental
Well-
centripetal force.
And I just explained it. Yeah.
It's just your momentum constantly being shifted into a circle that pushes you from your point of view, staying stationary compared to the thing you're being pushed.
There's no stationary and no centripetal force, mate. What the hell is he talking about? There's no stationary on a rotating reference.
Yeah, never.
And to have centripetal force, you need quite a bit of momentum. So if they claiming centripetal force, let's say on Earth, then they can't claim, oh, but it's so slow. You know, it's like slower than a hand needle on a clock. So they contradict themselves constantly, these people.
Yeah. Just you typing hard.
Yeah, this Lord. Gonna have to
My
mute,
bad.
mate.
Pushed against. There's not an actual force there. It's just you getting pushed by your own momentum. And so,
Well, so sorry to nitpick, the centrifugal force is the
centrifugal, yeah,
fictional
you're right.
one.
You're correct. Sorry.
The
Centripetal is
centripetal
real.
one is
The centripetal one's that one that pulls you in.
the one that has to resist the
Yeah. I thought I heard him wrong, but I wasn't sure. Exactly.
Nope.
fictional centripetal one, and
You are correct.
the
Sorry about
reason that you have a real one and not a fake one is because that coordinate system is not inertial, and that's why
Nope, you are right.
it's a thing.
Yeah,
but
centripetal.
yes,
I meant to say centrifugal force. I'm sorry about that.
the force pushing you in and keeping you from flying out it's a real force, just like that is too. So
Yeah, so it's
was that a threat? I didn't mean that to be a threat.
it's okay. So yeah, like these sort of pseudo forces that are measurable things that act on matter in certain frames of reference are things we measure and encounter all the time. And so the question is always, okay, so is this acting like a force in my current context?
Yeah, because you have an actual force current, present. Remember, you can't have a fictitious force present without a instigating actual force. It's very simple stuff. No force, no acceleration. We have an acceleration, and gravity is not a force, so therefore gravity is not the instigator for the acceleration.
No.
It's as simple as that. Guys, 21 people watching, only 13 likes. What's going on?
Come on, guys.
Hit the likes. Let's get it up to 21. If you're 21 people, I'm sure that all 21 can hit the likes. Will really help. And please share the show so more people know we're live. We can get it up to 21. We're going to usually do much better than that.
Yeah. Smite the likes.
Smite the likes, yeah. I'm sure, I know it's difficult to listen to people that, like these guys trying to claim physics, like Dapper, Dinosaur, and everything he's saying is practically wrong. Although he's got some of the fundamentals correct, how he's applying them is wrong. And it's usually this way because they need it to be applied this way to suit their narrative. So,
Okay, I shared the chat.
awesome. Thank you very much, Cookie Monster.
You're very welcome, sir.
Thank you.
And
Hey,
the fact
Johnny
is
man.
that in the context of you sitting on Earth, gravity acts like a force. Now, if you want to say, okay, well, what if I'm flying through the universe, not particularly orbiting anything?
Okay, then explain to us how gravity acts as a force. If the Earth is spinning, guys,
Yeah.
is it a centrifugal force that would be acting on you, or a centripetal force?
Oh, I get mixed up with centrifugal.
Centrifugal, yeah, because that's why the quote-unquote borders, you know, it's a pear-shaped. The equator's
Yeah,
bulged out.
One is like spinning out and one's spinning in, isn't it? Try to keep you in.
Yeah,
One spins out.
The
the other way.
centripetal force is the opposite reaction, trying to force you back in, where
Yeah.
the centrifugal force is the one pushing you back out.
Yeah.
And that centripetal force is based practically on density. That's
Mhm.
why, let's say, when you see them spinning liquid and they got a cork in that container with the liquid and they're spinning it and the liquid's going to the outsides, the cork's
Yeah.
going inside
Yeah,
because the densities.
of course.
Yeah. So now they're trying to say, oh, you see, density is an actual force now, without realizing it. Tusaka, I misclicked the dislike, sorry.
You ain't sorry, dude. You did that intentionally.
Well, I appreciate you being here, though, dude.
And just following my local geodesic
It
path.
doesn't matter like or dislike, it's interaction, isn't it?
It's interaction, exactly.
Then okay, sure. In that case, gravity's probably not acting very much like a force for you. You can probably better think about it as you following a straight path through a curved space-time. Great. But my guess is that currently you are sitting in a chair on Earth, which means that in that context, the easiest way to think about gravity is as a force, because in that context, it acts very much like a force.
But that's false, though, Dapper. Because gravity is based in a mathematical construct in the fourth dimension. We are three-dimensional. Okay? We live in actual reality. Your gravity doesn't live in actual reality. It's a mathematical construct. A mathematical construct that we are not even able to observe. How is something that's not a fourth, that's only a mathematical construct, able to do actual physics in our reality? It can't. That's why they sit with that issue where they say, according to general relativity, let's get the paint out. Excuse me. Where they got their sphere and because of general relativity, it states the Earth is rising to meet the object. Whoop, I heard another whoop. What's up? Whoever just popped in.
Hammer came in. When I come in. How you doing, Hammer?
How's it
Does
going,
it work?
Hammer? Good to see
Is
you.
it working?
Yeah,
Mic
yeah, yeah.
check? Oh, what's up, boys?
It's good
You
to
hear
see
me?
you. Yeah, yeah, good to see you.
Very good.
Nice. How's it sound? Does it sound good?
Ah,
Yeah,
sounds good, yeah.
What up, Ham?
What's up, dudes?
So,
Okay.
so anyway, guys. So, based on the globe, what's the issue here if they're claiming it's not the object falling towards the ground, it's the ground rising up towards the object? Remember, he's saying it's manifesting in actual three-dimensional space.
Mm-hmm.
So, we've got height, width, and depth.
Yeah, the Earth is breathing.
We've got height, width, and depth. Would that require their radius to be growing constantly? Big contradiction when it comes to the globe, guys. Hey, Code Puncher, good to see you, man.
Gotcha. It seems to be really selective and weak. And
Well,
again,
it's not
like,
selective at all. It acts on everything equally, based on its mass.
Everything with mass
Yeah.
or energy density, I guess. But
Well,
do you know how fragile seedlings are? Like, how can that not pull it down?
It does
yet
pull
hold
it down.
trillions.
What? How does it pull seedlings down if it's going up? Dapper? How's it
Wow.
pulling it down if it's going up?
You know, things grow up the ways.
Millions of gallons of water it holds down on a spinning ball.
it
Like,
pulls both
and
of
I'm
them
just
down.
speaking like, you know, that just sounds so illogical when you.
Oh,
Freezing
Michael?
again.
We're having no luck today with Michael and the tech.
yeah, censorship.
You know what?
No,
Yeah, I think NASA.
you
is
cut
coming
out for a
my-
moment.
I think we should make them fast again like we did last night. Guys agree?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, NASA is coming for you, Michael. You just rustled out. There's a NASA kill team on the way.
Oh my gosh. Sorry. You know what? My internet has been down today. There was a large storm. It was restored earlier today, but it's been weak.
So,
I'm sorry about that.
The thing is,
I see Sean Hawkins is so happy he's going to have satellite internet in a few days.
Satellite internet. Oh, brilliant!
I'm
Fantastic.
gonna laugh the first time he's gonna struggle to get internet.
Is it satellite? Did you launch it yourself? Because I don't know of any satellites. No satelloons, but no satellites.
Exactly. But I mean, so many people I know have satellite internet because they're like on farms and stuff. You know, they can't get any fiber out there, and they still struggle.
Yeah, exactly. But by the way,
Why?
Vicky's 100% not a baller anymore. She's a flat earther. She
Welcome,
gets it.
welcome to the flat Earth, Vicky.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
She gets it.
She gets it. But I mean, even when she wasn't a flat earther, she got it. You understand?
Yeah.
That's the difference
Absolutely.
between normal globe believers, though, and
Yeah.
anti-flat earthers.
Exactly. She was definitely not an anti-flat earther, but she was a global.
Because even she was saying, "Yeah, look how stupid these people are. Look at the nonsense they're talking about."
Exactly, and she believed the same as them. You know what I mean? At that point, that she was saying, "Yeah, nice one, babe."
Hey,
Well-
that goon 24. Thank you for coming. Glad you can make it. Yeah, guys, get the votes off of 33%. Come on, we're not Masons here, and get the viewers up as well.
Oh, I know. I got 33 views on a video yesterday.
Ah, you shill.
No.
How dare
Yeah,
you?
Is like we were talking about before, where you need to figure out the sum of forces to figure out how any
Yeah.
particular body is going to act. Seedlings that have, like, you know, a little tuft of strands that they float through the air, you know, like dandelion seeds or whatnot, they are pulled down by gravity just as strongly as anything else that weighs as much. But because of their structure, there are other greater forces that act on them for a while so that they can overcome gravity temporarily.
There's no force of gravity, so they can't overcome it.
They overcome it, huh?
There's no overcoming things that aren't forces. Yeah, satellite transmission is 8 times slower than fiber optic. And weird how 99% of everybody, all our data comes from undersea cables. Yeah, really weird. You would think the most viable option would be satellites because it'd be no obstruction. Yet, yeah, there's issues. Weird how that works. Almost like it's piggybacking off of a land-based system.
Yeah, it's weird.
Mm.
It's weird.
I mean, they even have issues when the power goes out. Sometimes there's the cell phone towers have issues because the battery runs out and it doesn't give the signal it's supposed to, and then the satellite internet is also not working. Why is that?
It's strange.
Coincidence?
I wonder.
It must be a coincidence.
Yeah.
Like the buoyant force, like air resistance and things like that. It's the same reason feathers fall more slowly than rocks in an atmosphere, right?
No, the reason feathers fall slower than rocks, it's called air resistance. This is a real thing. Bernoulli's principle, mate. If I have... let's ask you guys a question. Remember when you've probably done this as a child. You've driven in the car with the window open and you stuck your hand out the window.
Yeah.
And you know, you keep your hand like scooped up or flat and you feel the wind pushing it up the whole time.
Yeah.
Or then you go and make a fist and it doesn't do the same thing.
No. Or you open your fingers and it goes straight through it.
Why is that? Aerodynamics, correct?
I would say so.
Oh.
I would say so.
Got absolutely sweet bugger all to do with gravity. Yeah. The reason the feather falls slower is because the air is resisting the feather. It's got a larger surface area to contend with. That's why when let's go to a high building and throw a door off the building. It's going to sway and fling everywhere. And it's going to take quite long to finally hit the ground. Why?
Yeah.
The surface area is getting obstructed by all the friction in the air.
Yeah, it's resistant. A little bit of resistance.
Now you can take that same door. Let's hypothetically say you got a building in a huge vacuum and you throw that same door now. It's just going to fall straight to the ground.
That's it. Whatever position you lay, and it's just got to go boom, straight down.
Smoke signals is more reliable. Hey, Seeking Star Water, great to have you in. Always good to see you.
Right? But if you get a vacuum chamber, which you can do, you can get a vacuum pump and get a glass vacuum cylinder. You can pump out enough air so that feathers and pebbles will fall at measurably about the same speed. Now, granted, you're never going to pump all of the air out, especially in a little home.
And then we have a question. This is all the guys in the panel. What independent variable did he manipulate in the vacuum?
Medium.
Ah. So not gravity.
No.
Why is it that they always try and push gravity is the cause why things are accelerating at the same rate in a vacuum chamber, when what they're manipulating is not gravity, because you can't manipulate something that doesn't exist, but they are manipulating the ratio of displacement. So in other words, they're either manipulating the object or the medium it's in. Almost maybe like it's not gravity, it's just relative density disequilibrium. Hey Jamacho Wombo, what's up? Good to see you, man. Glad you can make it.
Home vacuum pump with a glass cylinder. I mean, if you could, you would probably shatter the glass and that would be very dangerous. But you can get to the point where it's not going to be, for you, measurably different. And that's because there's a different sum of forces acting on those in the gas chamber, the vacuum chamber. Essentially, it's just gravity. But in the world where we live, where there's lots of air, because
What? So saying in the vacuum chamber there's just gravity. You do know there's actual footage of them dropping things in vacuums showing different accelerator values. They do know that. They do know the 9.8 meters per second is only an average.
Yeah, well, it's...
Things still move at different rates. Wow. Oh man, this guy's a joke. I just wish this Tapiocaweasel will just be a man and stand up and actually start telling this dude, stop talking, you're embarrassing yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or Michael would just pop up and say, no, that's not actually how it works, but I got a sneaky suspicion Michael doesn't even know what the guys talk about anyway. Like I said, I still got my reserves if he's really honest, because that smoky smile he keeps giving. Hey, Black Eyes, what's up, man? Good to see you. Why are you saying hello with a question mark?
Hello?
Hello? You definitely hear
Oh, I
man.
was just gonna post a picture in the chat, but I can't do that, I guess.
In chat?
Yeah, I seem to not have access to any chats anymore.
You know, I'm breathing, so I'm pretty sure there's lots of air around here. Also, I see wind all the time. Or I see the effects of wind, I should say. We have other forces to worry about. And so, does the ocean have wings or little strands of fronds that come out that help it float? No, it doesn't. It's just a bunch of water. So there's nothing for the ocean.
Yeah, Tataka, it helps when you know what gravity is. So let me ask you, what's gravity?
No idea.
Neil deGrasse Tyson says it the best. No idea. Next question.
Yeah. That was the best answer ever.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Muse Palette, good to see you.
To use to overcome the force of gravity in bulk. However, there's such thing as sea spray. That is tiny bits of the ocean that get separated from a large mass, and those, in fact, do frequently overcome gravity temporarily to go fly into the air. That's why there's often a mist near the ocean. That's why, even though you're not in the direct path of the waves, if you're near...
No, there's mist that way is because there's actual forces. When those waves are hitting each other, and that... I mean, really, what is the guy talking about? He's literally talking about anything, trying to make a point for gravity as a force where it's not a force. And I love how he's just declaring overcoming a force that's not a force. Really weird.
a place with pretty heavy waves, you get sprayed on. That's the ocean temporarily overcoming gravity because of other forces in tiny amounts. So, yes, gravity pulls just as hard on seedlings, on the
No, gravity can't pull because it's not a force. What does pull or push require, guys?
A force.
And if gravity is not a force, how is it pulling?
It's not. It's not.
I mean, Mr. Physics, Dr. Tapioca, you're supposed to correct him on this. Come on, man.
Ocean, anything with that same mass is going to pull on just as hard, and you can measure it if you want to. You might have to get some equipment like a vacuum chamber and a scale, but you can still measure it. And so there is no contradiction here. There's just people ignoring some of the relevant forces.
No, there's definitely an issue. We've been saying this the whole time. By the way, I've shown even how I take a scale and I measure a weight, and I move that scale 10 centimeters away, and it shows difference in weight. 10 centimeters away from where it was. Is that gravity? No. That's why I laugh when these guys take a scale and then they tear it in one location and they take a measurement of a weight and then they move it to another location, tear it again, stick it. Oh, but look, now it's 0.005 grams difference. Again, even the slightest change in temperature will change the reading, because those scales work on what we call load cells. The load cells is simply just the mass of the object sitting on it and creating pressure. It's measuring a pressure force. There's no such thing as gravity. It's not measuring gravity. It's simply the pressure associated by the mass on the load cell.
Measuring gravity. How can you measure gravity? That's ridiculous.
Hey, into the break. Good to see you, man. Thank you for coming. Glad you can make it.
It's like
yeah.
like getting some kind of machine to weigh a spirit. You know, it's not gonna happen.
See, this is exactly why I say what the Globers do. Well, he made a statement, a claim that if you know what gravity is. So I asked a simple question: what is gravity? Correct? This is his response. A simple question that is to a flurf is an incomprehensible conundrum. Good say what? Can't read that. Gotta say though, you got me. So how's it incomprehensible to us if you guys don't know what gravity is? You guys are the ones pushing it. The reasons we can't tell you what gravity is because you guys can't tell us what it is. You can't define it.
And anything you do say is a contradiction.
Exactly. It's like expecting someone to go into debate, they make a claim, and the opponent asks, okay, please define your claim because I don't understand it, and then you respond to saying, oh no, you just don't understand. That's it.
Yeah.
It's like, no, just define it so we know what's talking about. No, you just don't understand. But it's there. Okay.
And it's true, when we do physics problems, yeah, we like to ignore a lot of forces, right? There's the joke about, like, assume a spherical, frictionless cow. Which is a completely ridiculous thing, doesn't exist. In the real world, you can't ignore real forces, which is
That's
why...
not how cow.
Well, okay, to be fair, there are spherical cows, but they're not frictionless.
Not at all.
Yeah, there's actually a weird thing that happens every once in a while where a cow embryo just kind of develops into a sphere with a bunch of fur on the outside and a bunch of sort of undifferentiated meat on the inside.
What the hell is this guy talking about? Why is
I
he
don't
talking?
get spherical. I don't get this spherical cow thing. I still don't get this spherical cow thing. Apparently, it's some kind of physics.
Yeah, they keep
Nerd
talking
world.
about it.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't know what it is.
I want to see. Let's see if we can find something on it.
Yeah.
This is not the first time that people have been talking about the spherical cow. A spherical cow is a humorous metaphor for highly simplified scientific models of complex phenomena. Oh, so it's just a scientific model. It's just to explain things in very simple terms, in other words. Hey,
Okay.
Lev, good to see you, man. Thank you for coming. So in other words, it doesn't actually exist, guys.
Of course. Of course.
Okay. This guy's trying to make it sound as if it does exist.
The spherical cow jumped over the quarter moon.
Oh, lovely.
And technically, it's a spherical cow.
That sounds horrifying.
It is horrifying.
That sounds like a Lovecraftian horror.
But yeah, it's a roughly spherical cow, but it does have friction, so, you know.
Okay,
But
you guys have explained that. Is it okay if can we change more questions or?
Yeah,
just,
absolutely.
I appreciate. I listen and hear all of those explanations. I'm going to ponder on that. And if this is okay, I have a lot. Like there's just again tons of questions that come to mind.
Hit us.
So this one would convert me.
Nancy Milestone. I've been looking forward to you talking on Flat Earth for a while, sir. Godzilla, okay. I just wish you would talk about the right stuff about the Flat Earther. Not just make their own physics up in reality. You know what I mean?
Oh, I thought she was talking to God. It's not. It's she said Godzilla. Godzilla.
Yeah, it's Godzilla on there, chat. That's a Nancy that sent a super chat.
Yeah.
Hey, David Banner, good to see you, man. Thank you for coming. Glad you could make it. Banner in the house. Whoop, whoop.
In 2 seconds,
Uh-oh.
back, it would actually revert me because for 30 plus years I've been obviously a heliocentric follower. I this one would put me back. Can somebody please circumnavigate the globe with a 4K camera attached to it, north over the North Pole and just around, and then someone do it east and west, because people have, I believe, the history of the recorded
Oh, how's that? Nice sticking drinks on the screen. Where have we seen this before?
people that have done it east and west. I have yet to find any good.
Sorry?
I wonder where we've seen that before.
It's amazing. The first time Michael actually gets to speak properly, that's what they put on screen.
Footage of anybody doing it north to south, where it's over the North Pole and just comes back down, because then that would be impossible on a flat level surface that I am envisioning.
So there's a one big thing, which is, generally speaking, one second. Generally speaking, the public, especially the public that has money to do things like
Yeah, he took a quick drink. While he's talking, he's able to take a drink. How the hell?
Wow.
grab a plane with a 4K constant video feed. And excuse me for being a little crass, just doesn't give a shit about flat earthers, right? So what you're asking for is for someone to do a very expensive, very time-consuming thing for the edification of people who most people see as just a bunch of morons that they don't care about.
No, Dapper. It's, you guys make a claim, and I'm sure you guys claim there has been circumnavigation north and south before, correct?
Yeah.
Why is there no actual footage of this ever happening? Nobody ever circumnavigates a globe north and south. Ever.
No.
There's a
Never.
reason for that. Because it's not a globe.
Because they can't.
Mm-hmm.
No, by the way, Nancy Millstone for $4.99 says, I've been looking forward to you taking on a flat earther for a while, sir, with a Godzilla, or at least an attempt at a Godzilla emoji. So thank you very much. So it's the same thing, like, this happens sometimes with creationists, which is what I normally cover. Like, this is not primarily a flat earth channel. This is mostly a like, anti-evolution type creationist.
Yeah, guys, please do subscribe to the channel. Really, really going to be awesome. David rocks. He's reaching here really bad. Hi, Jolly Man.
Where they'll look at a video and say, well, this doesn't prove evolution, and it's like, it wasn't trying to. That's not.
You see, and they're coming up with non sequiturs about evolution and stuff. I mean, it was a simple question. Why can't anybody just stick a 4K camera to a plane and just fly north and south, navigate, circumnavigate?
Yeah. You'd think it'd be that easy.
I mean, think about if people have so much money to spend billions of dollars to try and send a rocket just to explode it in the sky to do tests, for instance, why can't they use a quarter of that amount? Not even. Just to take a plane and fly, circumnavigate north and south with a 4K camera. Hello, Riffraff. Good to see you, man. Glad you can get an automatic partners. What parsnip? Good to see you.
Okay. Okay.
Not the goal. Very few people have it as their goal to prove the globe Earth, because for the vast majority of the population, including every single expert out there, there is no need to do so. We already did that hundreds of thousands of years ago, actually.
Yeah.
So it makes us.
No, you haven't. No, it has never, ever, ever been done. What's he talking about? Hey, YouTube, good to see you. Thanks for coming.
Hey, you, man.
Can they show us where anybody has ever done circumnavigate north and south?
Yeah, David, that is a dinosaur standing
On a globe, yeah. And it's making me drunk now. Oh.
Because he's right in kind of the pole, he won't get too dizzy because he's not spinning that fast. If he was on the equator, he'd be a dizzy dinosaur, wouldn't he?
Black Ice rocks, I agree. I stuck on a 1.5 speed because they can be talking about it and a lot of nonsense, and we only got till 11 o'clock, so.
They claim it, but they claim they go like on side, right? They go like up.
Yeah,
They
that's the
turn
thing.
and go.
That's the thing. They go past the Ross Ice Shelf and things. You know what I mean? They don't go through Antarctica.
No, they circle a few continents.
I mean, it was the same with that guy that so-called did a solo trek through Antarctica. He didn't go through it. He literally went on the inskirts of the Ross Ice Shelf. And then I said, "Oh, you see, he trans-navigated through the North Pole by himself through Antarctica." No, he didn't. Don't talk shit. These guys are to the south. These guys are just really, they're desperate, you know, to have something that doesn't exist. I mean, even Cook, when they traveled with trying to find an entrance that they couldn't find after 60,000 kilometers. You know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense.
No.
Much sense for someone right now to go out and try to prove the globe as it does to try to prove that water gets you wet when you touch it. There's no reason for most.
Water doesn't get you wet. Water's not wet. You get saturated by water, mate.
People do it. Now, if you are someone who wants to do something to prove this, start a GoFundMe. There's a whole bunch of flat earthers out there.
No. Now he's reversing the burden onto Michael.
Yeah.
The burden is the globes. You guys, you just literally said it. What, like 2 seconds ago? There's thousands of circumnavigators done through the north and the south. So you guys claim it. Very simple stuff. Don't try and reverse the burden onto Michael now. They love doing this, by the way. The MO for a anti-flat earther is reversal of burden.
You read what YouTube said. Hawkins the other night made me giggle. He said the globe had 2,500 years of science. Just one problem with that. The scientific method only came about in the 1600s.
Also, Hawkins has an issue as well. Does he know who actually came up with the scientific method? Oh, I don't know. A whole bunch of Christian philosophers. He thinks Christians are stupid. Huh. So the actual people that came up with an empirical method is stupid, guys.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
You can hire.
There's a couple that I think want to pay a lot of money to see it. I mean, yeah, I would love to see it. No, I totally get what you're saying. Not worth the trouble of the time. It might even be dangerous from what I researched over the North Pole to compass interference.
What is the flight path you want to see? Because it
wouldn't be so again a flat level. You wouldn't be able to go around either direction. So again, north and south, and then east and west. We've done east and west. I'm convinced. I've seen Amelia Earhart. Many.
We can do east and west, and anyway, I can circumnavigate the pool if I want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not going to change the shape of the Earth.
No.
Pilots have done it east to west, but that still works when you unravel.
Do you need it in one flight?
It would just be impossible. That would put the flat level plane to end if somebody has circumnavigated north to south. And I haven't found any good videos, but I will say I think people have.
It would be like 20 hours. No, God, how long would it be? It would be like 36 hours of flying. I think people would say it's fake.
I think when was it, guys, that they quote unquote attempted to do this? Like it was recently, 2 years ago, or something. And every time they ended up, because they had like more than one pilot, and every time they went by certain places, they, I don't know, went MIA. Like no footage at all, no GPS data, nothing. Really weird stuff. And I also want to find out if they are traveling north to south, and let's say they have more than one pilot or whatever, why did they not show one video footage of the plane actually flying where they said they're going to fly? There's no video footage of it. They just have them inside the plane and then have people on loops. It was really bad. Hey, Katie Quirk, good to see you. Thank you for coming. It's crazy.
I agree. That's always. I agree.
I think you'd have to be on it.
Well, yeah, no. Again, send some flat earther up there with them or something. I just again, so there is compelling evidence of the east to west though. Like there are obviously documented crews that have been with. I can't name the pilots, but that one was.
You accept the existence of these east to west circumnavigations, but there is no 4K uncut footage of any of them. That's never been a thing.
Yeah, because you can do east to west circumnavigation. It's possible. The one that's not possible is south and north. That's why he's asking. Get it? And it's been claimed to be done so. You guys are claiming the impossible. No one's disputing east and west. It's possible.
Of course.
That's ever happened, right? For one thing, I don't know that it's physically possible to make an uncut 4K video that long. I don't know that we actually have like storage
Don't
capacity.
get stuck on the 4K. That was just a.
No, he says it's not. You don't have storage capabilities for it. What storage capabilities got to do with having evidence that they actually do what they're claiming to do? Hey, Lacking Grey Matter, good to see you. Thank you for coming.
No, I think that's.
Katie.
Oh, that's a troll for seeking Star Water, so they can go. Black and grey matter. That's Star Water's picture. So.
No, Lacking Grey Matter's not a troll.
Are you sure?
She's been in quite a few times.
Really? Because that's seeking Star Water's picture, isn't it?
I don't know, but Lacking Grey Matter's been in quite a few times though.
Okay.
I haven't really seen any troll messages from.
Oh, because that's seeking Star Water's picture. Okay, I'll leave it for now. Star Wars, have you got anything to say about?
You got a doppelganger.
It's the same picture anyway.
But like I said, we just first see if Lacking Grey Matter actually makes troll comments.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen troll comments yet, and Grey Matter's actually been in a few times.
Okay, I didn't realize.
Yeah.
Sorry. It's just I seen the picture and
Yeah,
it
and
said
then
Lacking Grey Matter. I was thinking it was a diss on Seeking Star Water. No, don't you love my pic on another account? Ban that.
Well, let's quickly go look at something.
She said ban it.
That's very small. Yeah, but like I said, I can't just ban if we don't actually. That's not her. See? Let's go to Star Water.
Yeah, it's the same picture. Trust
Same
me.
picture.
Yeah.
That is exactly the same picture, you're right?
Yeah, she's banned anyway. She's banned. Vicky's banned that.
Thank you. Okay. Yeah, that's weird.
I wasn't sure then, so I didn't know. I had seen. It rang a bell. Rang a bell.
And it's quite recent, 27th of August, 2023.
I didn't know. It was just when I seen the picture, I was like, no, that's Seeking Star Wars picture.
Yeah.
So that's why I said it.
Well, here's Seeking Star Wars channel, guys, if you want to subscribe.
Oh yeah, subscribe to Seeking Star Wars.
Whoop, whoop. Why am I not subscribed? There we go. I'm subscribed to Seeking Star Water too.
Cheers, Vicky, for banning that.
Thank you, Vicky. Oh yeah. Let's move on.
Example.
Okay,
Just somebody do it north to.
Charlie Walsh, Seeking Owen. Owen. That's actually a good one though.
North to south circumnavigation that would complete, because it would be like Pac-Man. You would just pop out on the other side, and then you would be really dead in the water. But
Hey, Angular Resolution, good to see you, man. Thank you for coming. Yeah, I agree. It's a great show. So, if you guys agree, please hit the likes, share the show, let everyone know we're busy having a nice and relaxing conversation, watching Globers make up their own physics to support their narrative.
Yeah. Making up their own physics. Wouldn't it be an amazing thing to do, wouldn't it?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Katie Quirk has already been answered by Seeking Star Water. It's just appealing to authority.
I haven't seen any compelling good. And again, link me, show me. There could be some footage out there.
So, for instance, there's literally no footage of Amelia Earhart's trip around the world, which almost made it. She didn't.
Sure. The reason I give credence and believe it is because that is possible. An east to west navigation is possible on the current flat Earth models, which are hard to get.
Okay, so here's the problem.
Could do that east
what
to
I
west,
just heard you say is,
Another drink while he's busy talking. Something tells me he's just putting drinks on the screen and not actually drinking.
Yeah, probably.
So would that be
Probably.
considered lying? Uh,
I mean, with that other dude the other day, at least when he put the drinks on the screen, you could hear it that he was getting a bit.
yeah, he was
tipsy.
getting sloshed.
He was getting sloshed. I'm saying a bit tipsy. He was steamboats, man.
Have two standards of evidence. One lower standard of evidence for evidence that is compatible with the flat Earth, and one higher standard of evidence for evidence that is incompatible with the flat Earth. That's literally what
I guess that's a good point, but I think they would both do the same. I just want to see somebody go north to south, or not even see it.
I mean, there
have
are.
that be. I haven't found any. I would love to see one. Link it. I mean, again, that is a killer of the flat Earth. Having like.
Oh yeah, definitely suppressed on YouTube when it comes to flat Earth stuff, angular resolution. On TikTok and Instagram, flat Earth is everywhere. Even Twitter, it's quite going everywhere, but TikTok's the most. But we do get suppressed hectic here on YouTube, no doubts. That is appealing, Katie Quirk, because you're asking me which scientists would I trust with the information. That's appealing to authority.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody that uses scientific method, you can call them a scientist.
Yeah, it's got anybody. But let's put it this way: anybody that uses the scientific method, it's got nothing to do with the person. It's got to do with the method.
Yeah.
Like documented, like again.
I mean, just a quick search, right? San Diego pilot completes pole-to-pole circumnavigation. San Diego resident Robert Laurentis, an aviator and former Navy officer, describes his unique journey Wednesday after completing a 9-month circumnavigation from the South Pole to the North Pole to spread a message of peace. That's literally on the first page of Google results. So when
wow. Google results. Now, show us the evidence they did it, please. And they said North Pole to South Pole, remember?
Yeah.
Where's the evidence?
Google was there. They followed them about and that. Got it. Personal information straight from the horses' mouths themselves. Well, actually seen it. They didn't have to.
Yeah. Hey, Moxie, good to see you.
you say, really? I've never seen it, the only thing I can come up with is you haven't checked. Right? Now,
and
I'm sure that you will come
up with... I'm Googling. Totally, this was like the big one, and I totally have looked at it. Hold on. Oh yeah, look at the line they make on this one. I'm looking at the generative AI result right now. The line is super wonky.
I'm never going to take the word generative AI for anything. They hallucinate nonsense all the time.
You just said, look it up. You haven't checked it out. He says, yeah, I've checked it out. Look at the line they took. It's not even correct. Now you're saying, oh no, don't trust your sources. You just asked him to check Google. Hypocrite much.
Wow.
Yeah, the Venedi, what's it? What's that yacht race? The Vivaldi yacht race or whatever?
Yeah, I think it's Vivaldi.
They love claiming, oh look, that's using circumnavigating a globe. No, it's not. You can plot that same thing on any, on a Gleason's map as well. Still does what they do. That's crazy.
Right.
So yeah, no. Again, here's another. I will say you were right. You were right. I do have some high level of evidence just based upon the fuckery. Oh, excuse my language.
That's okay. We get one free one on this channel.
I don't. Yeah, I due to kind of the weird inconsistencies I see with some of the NASA kind of stuff they output.
Well, I haven't brought up NASA except to point out that they're probably on the way to get you. So, now, real quick, I just want to say, Jake Nelson for $5 says, AIG, that's Answers in Genesis, is an impressive satchel of impressive male members. Thank you very much. Olivia Williams, who's been a member for 20 months and is at the Tetrapod level, says, cheer for spherical cows with a King Ghidorah emoji. So thank you very much for that, too. So there's a big problem here, right? Where...
I would actually love to debate the guys from AIG. I'd love to debate them. Or even, what's it? Ken... Well, I can't think of the name. Where Grayson went recently.
Oh.
The guy that hates evolution, but he.
Kent Hovind.
Kent Hovind. I'd love to debate him too.
I should have known. I used to love Kent Hovind. You know what I mean? And his creation stuff and that. But he's obviously heliocentric, and he's a bit compromised now, I think.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Bill, thank you for coming. We got these guys sped up a bit because they took a lot of nonsense in between. And Lord Racer, good to see you too.
Actually, you know what? This this is something that a lot of flat earthers are, and I don't want to make assumptions because I was about to make an assumption, and I don't want to do that. I'm going to ask you now. I know a lot of flat earthers are Christians. Are you? Because I was about to assume.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
you know that in the
Please
Bible it
assume
says
that way.
to use equal scales, right? Now, at the most literal level, this is an injunction to not cheat people in commerce. But I think we can make a wider application, which is to say we need to treat things fairly. And when you say that I have a higher standard of evidence for things that would be incompatible with the flat Earth than things that are not incompatible with the flat Earth, what I'm hearing you say is that you are not treating these two propositions with equal scales.
What's it got to do with Christianity?
Yeah,
What has this whole argument got to do with Christianity?
Exactly.
And by the way, not all flat earthers are Christians.
No.
He's literally just claiming all flat earthers are Christians because majority are.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah, that's crazy. I'm not a Christian in that way, and a lot of channels that's flat Earth has nothing to do with religion or Christianity in any way.
Exactly.
They actually look out. They don't believe in it. They say that's not why they are flat Earthers at all. So that's a very bad argument.
Yeah, exactly. It's stereotyping, in other words. That's all the guys do.
Yeah. It's like trying to hurt religious or Christians, like saying, you have to be that to believe in that, like I don't like that kind of attitude.
Yeah.
It's pointing fingers.
Mm-hmm.
You are saying it requires special extra evidence for me to believe the globe, whereas I will be much more credulous about the flat Earth. And what I want to know is, why is that? What justification do you have for rejecting the numerous pole-to-pole navigations that are around and have just as much evidence as the East?
There's no evidence for it. What you talking about?
But
There's no evidence for it. Oh.
East to west circumnavigations. I mean, none of the circumnavigations from east to west followed a straight Great Circle
You can't.
line around the equator, right? They all went up
The
and
only
down.
thing, the only thing that'll do that is a satellite. The only thing that'll do that is a satellite. And then we are having the NASA conversation, which is
Well, there's other things besides NASA that put up satellites.
Great question to hold me to that. Don't want to have double standards at all. But again, I'm looking at the north to south circum routes right now, and I'm now remembering why I was so kind of sketched out by it. I mean, that is a very
I haven't seen this. Can somebody speak to it?
Yeah, I'm doing Pan Am Flight 50s. I can link it to our.
Well, I mean, I don't believe any commercial flights circumnavigate the globe because there's.
Agreed. No, I'm not asking for that. I mean, I'm just looking at this one, and it's a little deceptive.
You should be able to present if you want to. There should be a present button, and you should be able to find that window. We can just put it up and.
It's very simple. The reason he doesn't care about east and west circumnavigating because that can be done on flat or a globe.
yeah,
The reason he specifically asked for north and south is because it can't be done on a flat Earth. It can only be done on a globe, and it's claimed to be done on the globe, and yet there's no evidence for it.
exactly.
Take a look at it.
Sure. Here we go.
Just don't bomb my channel.
By the way, guys, everybody that's here, thank you for coming. Really appreciate you guys.
Within the context.
No, not here. I come in peace and goodwill.
All right, this does not look like something that's going to get me taken down. Although a friend of mine did get her friend's channel taken down for her drawing too many circles in too suggestive of a manner. So okay.
So this is This is a north to south. Explain this to me. I mean, 'cause this one I didn't understand it. Maybe I'm completely off here.
Well, first.
Hey, Glenn Salsh, good to see you, man. Thank you for coming.
Well,
Is this
the map is cut off a little bit. So when it says South and North Pole, I do believe that he flew over those, but they're not currently on the map. So they are represented by off-location dots, which is, I mean, somewhat true for all of these dots, right? But what we're getting here is, so when you see Auckland, right, and then going over to number 4 towards San Francisco, that's going across the international date line, which is completely opposite on the globe model from the prime meridian, which runs approximately through London, right? It actually runs through Greenwich, whatever. So this is two opposite sides of the Earth. But if you notice, if you try to go...
Hey, Tundo, good to see you. Thank you for coming. Glad you can make it. Two opposite sides of the Earth. No shit, Sherlock. Obviously, there'll be two opposite sides of the Earth. What's that got to do with what he's claiming? Remember, on your globe, it's claimed to do south to north navigation. So in other words, look where they're flying past, the Ross Ice Shelf. They're not flying through Antarctica to return back north. You know what I mean? Also, what happens when you this is the same question we have when they say, okay, dig a hole through the center of the Earth. When is it that they're not feet first? Will they come feet
Yeah.
first out on the other side? Or
Do
head
they spin,
first?
spin a million times in the middle and go down head first the other way?
I mean, do you come out up, sorry. Let's put it this way. Let's say you this is stupid. You got a person here standing here, and he decides there's a nice hole right through the center of this earth. Okay? And he's going to decide to jump feet first through the hole of earth. And he's falling, he's falling, he's falling. When does it decide now? Is he going to come feet first on the other side out? Or head first? Remember, he jumped in feet first.
Exactly. Does it spin him round in the middle and shoot him up? Do you know what I mean?
Or does he just stop in the middle? Because remember, they believe the center of
yes.
mass. And then
course,
that's
yeah.
it. And then just combust.
Yeah.
Really idiotic stuff.
Up the international date line, there's just a whole bunch of nothing. Planes can't fly that far. So one of the things about this is, just like with the east to west, right, where you have to make deviations from a perfect great circle line in order to do the circumnavigation, you are going to have to make deviations from a perfect great circle path for a north to south thing. So what this is it is the equivalent of any of the east to west circumnavigations that you tend to accept, but it's going north to south. But because they are displaying this on what looks like it's approximately a Mercator projection, it looks like it's just a circle that's being drawn not over a, well, not even a circle, but it looks like it's just a bunch of lines over this flat projection. If you were to look at this on a globe, you would see that, yeah, this actually approximately covers one full circle, as long as you actually put the north and south poles over the north and south poles. So what is the problem?
Still not answering his question. Why aren't they flying through south and north? Why? Why are they still taking deviations?
Yeah.
It's not hard to understand. Why do they keep taking deviations?
That you're seeing with this?
I'm having a hard time like conceptualizing that. Like,
So what we could
like
do. How many locations are there? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 locations on there. We could go to Google Earth. We could put those locations on there, and then we could spin the Google Earth thing.
I would love to see that. That would be very helpful.
Yeah, I'll share that screen with you if you want to watch that.
Yeah, do it. And while you're doing it, you'll see it's not going through Antarctica.
Riff Raff said about that falling through there thing.
You'll get stuck in the middle and teleported to Uranus. That's a good one.
Tapiocaweasel.
Yeah, that would be great.
Can you pull that up?
I will do that. Let me get that ready.
Actually, while we're working on that, Ellement, which I'm hoping I'm pronouncing your name right. If I'm not, please correct me. Preferably.
Oh yeah, by the way, guys, tomorrow night is debate night. I got the debate between that other guy at 10 Central African time. We'll start the show at 9:30. So there'll be a half an hour pre-show, and then we'll have the debate. Looking forward to that.
Cool.
But I'm not going to prepare anything because we haven't made any structure though.
No. Is there a certain topic, or is it just a general?
Just why it's flat and why it's a globe kind of thing. Flat is normal, globe. I mean, we already know the outcome, so.
Yeah, of course. Absolutely.
What arguments is the guy going to bring up? That's new.
Hell, I can only imagine.
Yeah.
With the International Phonetic Alphabet, if possible. If not, then just try to approximate it. Ask a great question. Do you have a flat Earth map that works for navigation? Because all of the navigational charts used in both aviation and navigation, like on the ocean, are all based on globe projections, right? They're
all maps are flat. It's Cartesian systems, mate. They are sectional maps. To make those quote-unquote globe projection maps, first require a flat Earth to exist. Hey, Billy Stops, good to see. Says Google one more orbit. Okay.
This is.
Should we? I don't want to just Google stuff that's going to be.
Yeah, I mean, somebody come in before and said exactly the same thing, but it wasn't the same guy. So.
Will you guys do it back? Because sometimes I'm scared I Google it and then it's some porn kind of thing or something that, you know what I mean? You don't know. I'm just always scared that it's something that's going to get my channel taken down.
Yeah.
Yes, Tusaka, I have actually made actual presentations for debates, mate. That's how it usually works.
All assuming a globe. Do you have a flat Earth map? Because the thing is, if the Earth is flat, it should be trivially easy to make a map of it because you don't need to project it. You just make a scaled.
Oh, really?
It's to do with it. It's to do with the circumnavigation.
Okay, so it's okay.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, one more bit. Correct. Yeah, that's what he's showing on screen now.
Yeah.
That's literally what he's showing on screen now. Okay. They don't go through Antarctica, so I don't see what the issue is. This is the one I was talking about where they had the guys flying in the inside the See, look. See where he's going. Look how they go to the side through Antarctica. They don't even show the footage. They show the footage of inside the plane, and the people. A lot of the time, it just went because this was live, guys. This was recent.
I'm not seeing it.
Check it out.
Oh, yeah.
Look at the path.
Yeah, I can see what it's doing.
Okay, first one. See there?
Yeah.
Very dodgy, don't you think?
Yeah, of course, it's not.
See, it's going there, turning around.
It's like
Going
going
back
around the continents, figure of eight.
Yeah,
No,
what he's asking is take a path straight around and you return back where you started.
yeah, that's what you'd expect to be able to do on a globe, and you think somebody'd be able to do it.
They didn't do what was said to be done.
No.
It's not
It
hard
looks
to
like-
understand.
The circle round at the bottom, well, on their sort of model, circled round at the bottom, come round, circled round at the top, gone in. It's that's not going right round in a linear kind of fashion, right round. You know what I mean? That's what you
Exactly.
want. It's going all over the place.
Exactly. But that's his whole point. Hey TB, good to see you. I mean, I don't know if we should draw this in simple terms for these people.
If you put that on a flat Earth, you just it's just a figure of eight at one side, figure of eight at the other side, and just
Yeah, but look at it this way. Let's say this is Antarctica, okay? And this is the North Pole. This is what's asked for. There.
yes.
Just travel straight through. Just travel straight through. No, what do they do? Did they go through Antarctica?
No.
No. They always end up not going through Antarctica or the North Pole.
It's just circumnavigating a weird shaped pole.
But they never ever go straight through Antarctica and came back the other
Round
side.
up, you know.
Never ever. And again, hello. Thank you for coming. Illuminati croissants. Okay. Well, the trolls are in it tonight, I see.
Down version of it on a flat piece of paper.
Yeah, no, I personally do not have a map. I would love to be on the first boat that is allowed, full of flat earthers, that is allowed to go to Antarctica. But
I mean, boats are allowed to go to Antarctica all the time. Just charter one.
yeah, have you seen how gate kept that is?
It's not gate kept.
Do you understand? You can only go to Antarctica on very specific places. You're not allowed to go and go right around, right through. There's no such thing as going through. And you literally can only go on the edges where they tell you you're allowed to go. And you have to have escorts.
At all. You need to alert the local
Now
authorities.
that is where I will push back, because that is something I am confident in.
Okay.
The Antarctic Treaty, the actual paperwork required to go there is insane. Hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Which section of the,
Not-
which section of the Antarctic Treaty is the one that says this?
They actually had someone trying to fill in the paperwork. I think I saw someone trying to fill in the paperwork before. and showing all the different rigmaroles that you have to go, and acceptance. You literally have to get accepted to say you can go. And you pay hundreds of thousands of dollars just to go. I think it's like $180,000 or something. Why would anyone want to pay $180,000 or something to go freeze their tits off, and you still can't go through Antarctica? That's insane.
I will refer to you to a video because it's kind of quite long, but I can bring that
the
video
Antarctic
up.
Treaty right here. It's let's see, it's 7 pages on a PDF. It's quite short.
Correct.
Which article
yes.
of the Antarctic Treaty
I have
specifically
seen that
forbids
one.
this?
So I have seen that one. You have to get full scientific permission. It is outrageous. And yes, you were talking about the easily Googleable. You are talking about the first result of the Antarctic Treaty that's been put up there in the last years. Go check the Wayback Machine and see when that URL came up. Anyway.
Okay, so there's a. Are you saying that the Antarctic Treaty is searchable
let me
on
do
the
some
internet?
research. Yes.
Well,
let me
I want to understand what your claim is.
real quick.
Does Dapper understand the Antarctic Treaty, that they just give you the outline of why the treaty exists compared to the paperwork you're required to actually go to Antarctica is two different things? Does he know that? Two different things. Hey Sam, good to see you, man. Or woman, I kinda. Sam can be too. Sorry if I don't know. I don't want to offend you, so just say hi, Sam.
My claim is that the common man, have you ever heard of Lars Anderhall? He went there, had his crew forcibly removed. There are boats patrolling that area. You cannot get to Antarctica. I will show you the video. My claim is that it is impossible for the common man to go fully unrestricted to Antarctica.
Yeah, and shout out to Witsit because he says he's planning to go to Antarctica, guys.
Yeah.
So if that does happen, it'll be quite cool.
Antarctica. You have to go to a certain area. You have to go and be chaperoned. You have to pay outrageous sums of money. Yes, that's my claim.
I need to clarify something. Are you claiming that the Antarctic Treaty, as is available on a PDF online in multiple locations, is not actually the one that was signed originally in the aftermath of World War II? And there is another Antarctic Treaty, which is the one that the governments that are signatories to the treaty are actually beholden to. Is that a part of your claim?
I don't understand that question really. I mean, okay, I'm sure that the one that they signed on paper is not what they put online. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Because just like you said, the most recent treaty is very recent. And I'm sure they've done changes through the times to make it more accommodatable for what's going on. I mean, we see this all the time, how they change articles. I remember, what was it, like 4 or 5 years ago? Remember when Red Pill Philosophy was still talking about the Picard guy with the upturned edges? And while we were still doing the show live, they changed the article. They literally changed the words in the article to make it sound that it's not a flat earth. While we were doing the live. It was actually, yeah. Shows you they do listen, guys. They do pay attention to the flat earth people.
Of course.
I mean, I've had so many citations and things from different subjects that when I try and search for it today, it just doesn't exist. Or it's removed. Why is that? How can credible citations just be vanish off the... You're just gone. Or it's changed. Just doesn't make sense, does it?
No.
So yes, there's a different... So there's two versions.
Sorry? Did you say something, Ryan? Guess not. Okay.
Of the Antarctic Treaty. There's the one you can find online, and then there's the real one that the countries involved signed. That is not the same one as the one you can find online, right?
I wouldn't know the answer to that. I really wouldn't. I'm not saying that. I wouldn't know, but I'm telling you,
Here's the thing.
I've watched very compelling videos.
If that's not the case, right? There's two possibilities. The Antarctic Treaty that's online is the real one.
Well, I want to ask you a question, Dapper. If America and Russia are so much enemies, and China and all this, why are they all having this treaty together? Why are all they working together in the quote-unquote space race? You know, going to the moon and lying together on the ISS. Why is this, guys? They hate each other's guts so much they're prepared to go to war with each other. But they can still hold treaties.
Oh yeah, of course.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
we promise we won't go to this part of Antarctica. You don't come to this part of Antarctica.
In which case, nothing in it says anything about any of the stuff that you're talking about. I've read the entire thing. I started to translate some of it into Klingon for fun.
Nerd.
Yeah, I'm a giant nerd. This is not news.
That's pretty cool. Let me find this video real quick. It's one of my favorites
First of
because
all,
this guy.
for copyright reasons, I'm going to be hesitant to have a video played on this.
Sure. No, I understand.
Dr. Tapiocaweasel, have you found the approximate locations that were mentioned on that other map?
Yes, I'm adding the last two right now.
Okay, cool.
So that we'll have little pins.
One of the things I'm going to say is if you want to claim that that the treaty says something that is not what is indicated in the online versions that are publicly available, I'm going to want to know what evidence you have of an original or different treaty.
Note how we've gone totally out of whack from what his original argument was, level water.
Mm-hmm.
And then it went on to gravity, and now it's onto this.
All over the place, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of everywhere.
All over the globe, man. All over the globe.
Yeah.
And if the answer is, well, if there isn't a different treaty, then I wouldn't be allowed to do the thing I think I'm not allowed to do, that is not evidence. That is lying. Because you are claiming a thing for which there is no evidence that you have simply made up to excuse something else that otherwise you would know is not true. As far as I'm concerned, that's a lie.
Riffraff, no matter, man. The stream's still going on for at least another 38 minutes, I'd say. So, yeah.
So if you are going to at any point claim that there is a conspiracy and you do not have sufficient evidence to back up the conspiracy, I will dismiss it out of hand and conclude that you are being dishonest.
I seem to have stumbled upon something that has triggered you a little bit.
Yes,
which you're playing your hand a little too much here, Dapper. It is common knowledge today that the common man cannot get to Antarctica and be fully unfettered in their own exploration. And by unfettered, I mean no government assistance, no gatekeeping, no landing. Nobody can go there right now
there was
on their own free will.
Across Antarctica, right? That's a thing that happened.
Yes, and I'm sure that we're going to find out that there is some interesting sponsors behind that. Again,
well, it's expensive to survive in Antarctica. It's not a great place to live.
Listen, I'm open to that. If there's truly compelling good footage of somebody skiing across Antarctica, then Flat Earth is done.
Once again, you are accepting some things with a much lower level of evidence.
No, I'm saying if there's really good...
This guy is just saying drinks. I don't agree that this guy's drinking. I'm sorry. Still just seeing drinks pop up on screen the whole time. Come on, Tapioca, get the lines out for us so we can see how you're trying to, and then we're gonna compare it to what we just saw. Remember on their site, the one globe, one more orbit, and we'll see if it looks the same.
Is that them little pin marks? Is that meant to be how
they traveled? I think, yeah.
Right, got ya.
Good evidence. Like I said, today you can easily fake stuff.
The woman who skied across Antarctica kept photos and wrote about it and published the photos. There is more evidence.
Yeah, and then you check her route and it's just over the Ross ice shelf. Nice. That's not through Antarctica.
No.
I mean, if I claim I went from north to south through Africa, and yet all I did was go by the southern peninsula, does that mean I literally went from north to south through the whole of Africa? No. Yeah, guys, please hit the likes, share the show. Really, really does help.
Of a ski trip across Antarctica.
I've got them all marked out.
We're going to take a look in just a second. There is more evidence of a ski trip across Antarctica than there is of the Amelia Earhart flight. We don't have photos of all her stops. We just have reports that she stopped in those places.
Okay, so
let's real quick. Spud Byro for $5 says he mentioned a flat Earth model. Has he explained what that is yet? I was late to the stream. My understanding is that so far you have not given a flat Earth model, but to be fair, I have not actually asked you for one. So I'm not going to say that.
What has models got to do with anything you guys are just talking about now?
Yep. Don't live in a model.
That is inappropriate because you did that. But let's take a look. Can we start at the North Pole? And then
let's
go in the direction that the flight went, which I believe is first to London.
So here we are.
This is the North Pole. Can you zoom in on it? Is that the North Pole? Where's the ice?
They're not showing. They don't show sea ice on this.
Yeah, that's clearly based on topographical maps of the sea.
Yeah, I didn't know it was just water.
Well, that's what
it's not just water, but yes, in that sense. But they're not going to show the big shelves up.
MK Ultra for 30 new shekels says.
So in other words, they could just be in the middle of the ocean, and you just accept it. Sorry.
Geographical North Pole is in the water, isn't it?
Yeah, but think about it. Look, we're starting off in the North Pole, and in the meantime, it's just showing ocean. How do you know they're actually where they are?
Well, exactly. That's true.
As I read the treaty live on TikTok with a flurf, kept claiming this crap was written in it, but in a way that only smart people can get. They don't want to know. They want their fantasy. I can't super disagree. Here's the thing, right? This is just a general rule.
I want off this ride. Trust me, I want off this ride. I want to go back to enjoying Star Trek: The Next Generation. I literally love that series. Jean-Luc Picard is the best captain. The writing on that series is amazing. But since having this kind of weird awakening, don't assume. I want off the ride.
Can Tapioca just show us the lines now? As simple as that, please. Come on.
Right, please prove this wrong. I would love to.
Well, let's take a look at the circumnavigation path. So what do we got here?
Okay, so we're starting at the North Pole, and then we go to London. Okay, and let me orient that so that's south. So we went from here to here. Also,
Ooh, from there to there, so it's already wrong. Did you see the issue already, guys? Sorry?
so by the way, zooming out, you can only see 3 of the dots. So that's interesting.
Look at that. So they travel from there, the north, in the middle of the ocean, to there. Already got an issue.
Well,
Okay.
They're meant to go north to south.
Okay.
Well, they kind of go
But it's fine.
south,
It's fine.
southwest.
But it's fine. They can take this route, but then they have to go down through Africa, and we see. Okay.
So from London, we go south to Cape Town.
Okay. Cape Town. Okay.
And notice that you cannot see Auckland. You cannot see Auckland here at all. And then from Cape Town, we go to the South Pole. There. And then from there, we basically just keep going in a straight line over this. Oh crap! I just missed it.
He just lied, because that's not how they went. We just saw he's what's it? One more orbit. So he just lied there. He's just saying they're practically going in a straight line. Let's look again how they showed us what they did. And then we compare it to what he just showed, guys. Okay, flight mission. Are you going to open? Doesn't want to open, guys. Okay, let's try on the Google Chrome again. Okay, flight mission. There we go. Or not. Oh, there we go. Okay, let's look again. Did he just show them going through America?
South America. Oh, no, North America. No.
No. Okay, that's an issue. And how about through Asia?
No, it was down by Africa.
No, he didn't show that. And then going this way around, quite a kind of weird squiggly line.
Yeah.
And then going through Australia. Huh.
They're just doing
Where are they going all over the place?
They're just doing...
But what was this? What did he just show? Not this.
No. It didn't look like that to me.
He literally said even, look, you can't see Australia.
Auckland, yeah, he said that, didn't he, in that?
He said South Africa, Cape Town. They didn't even...
Google's lie, Alan. Google's lie.
Okay. Really odd. That's nothing like he just showed. At all. Oh no. That's weird. And notice how when they got to Antarctica, they just circled around it and went back up.
Yeah, that's it. There's
not
no
through it to go north again.
No. That's just there to confuse you, make you think they went all over. Do you know what I mean? All over the globe when they took a weird route and didn't go from one just start at one point and come back to the same point. That's all you need to do.
But yeah, it's quite simple. They didn't do south to north navigation, north to south circumnavigation on the globe.
No.
They just went to the North Pole and then to the South Pole and did a little circle around it. Whoop-de-doo.
I wonder if we can. I wonder if they'll show it on the Mercator map.
You would think that if they were going to do something like this and show it, that they would at least show it to be the right thing. It wouldn't be all screwed up, but they just can't get anything right.
Okay, yeah, here's it on the Mercator map like he was showing. Where's South Africa here? Because I'm sure he just said they went through South Africa, correct? And he said nothing about Asia. He literally is trying to take him through like this. Oh boy. That's really odd stuff.
Which is kind
But
of
one thing I also don't get,
not
why
what
they're
they
showing
did.
this like this, but I don't see going through Australia, and the one on their site shows Australia. Did it not, or is it Greenland? This is confusing. Yeah. I don't know. I don't really trust Tapioca, because look what he's doing. That's not what they did.
The thing.
Yeah, it's because when you hit
Wait, the middle of the South Pole is where he said he landed?
Well, no, he didn't land there. He flew over it.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm just going off. I'm going based off of the little graphic before, which just had labels. It just had labels.
The South Pole
So
is actually under a glacier.
You went off the graphic before that just had labels. And this is the graphic. This is the graphic. You put South Africa, there's no South Africa. Huh. I'm really confused, dude. Well, what graphic is he talking about? Let's go back to the graphic. Maybe we can rewind a bit. Remember 1 hour, 1 minute and 2 seconds. Then we can just quickly go back to where he shows the map. There we go. Okay, yeah, this one is a different one. Okay. So, I don't know who did this route then. Flight 62. North Pole. Through there. London. Cape Town. South Pole going back up to Auckland. It's Australia. Yeah. And then South America. No, what? Can't really see. But it doesn't really matter because they're not going north to south. They're not literally going through the south and back up again. Notice on... I think I've got to bring up Google Earth. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's quickly check something. If they turn... Here. Where's Australia? That side.
Yeah.
On their mod, on his, what's the name? Showing Australia on the left. So they flow Cape Town to, what's that, bounce back to, what's that, okay? So fly Cape Town to there and up again. Why didn't they fly through? Oh, wait. They're going to say, because it's going, petrol, you need fuel. So then why don't they go through this way? South America. Go through this way.
They needed fuel,
Go through that way. Why didn't they do that? Instead of going that way and then going back that way. Do they know that this path can be done on a flat earth too?
Of course.
Because why? Because you're literally not going through Antarctica.
You take all that.
That'd be the only reason why you'd have to turn around and go back, because you can't go any further out.
Exactly. You can't go further.
Yeah,
well, not that proves anything, but I'm saying it would make sense, right?
It proves that they never did that route that they claimed. Because he is saying, oh, look, they went straight through here. No, they didn't.
Only fly over it. Or I suppose you could walk over it if you landed somewhere else. But yeah, it's physically not possible to land anything but a helicopter on the South Pole, and helicopters don't have the range to do this kind of light. So, real quick, Medallion998 for $4.99 says, the common man has trouble affording a trip to Disney World. Doesn't mean we can't get there. I mean, that is true.
Need a
All right, so yeah,
helicopter?
the trip between Cape Town and Auckland is nearly a straight shot.
Cape Town? Yes. And then to Auckland, basically a
Where?
straight shot.
Where? There's Auckland down there. Where's the straight shot?
And then we just
Where?
keep going.
Where?
And-
Where? Show us Auckland.
Ah, unbelievable, isn't it?
Show us Auckland. Wait a minute. Come on. You're saying it's straight to Auckland. There's South Africa. There's the South Pole, guys. Okay? Look, where's Auckland?
In a straight line over this. Oh crap! I just missed the thing.
Yeah, it's because when you hit
Wait,
the
the middle of the South Pole is where he said he landed?
well, no, he didn't land there. He flew
I don't-
over it.
Oh.
Yeah, I
There's-
don't
there's
know.
no- the South Pole-
I'm just going off.
The South
I'm going
Pole
based
is-
off of the little graphic before, which just had labels. It just had labels.
The South
So
Pole is
I had to-
actually under a glacier. You can't land an aircraft on it because there's a glacier there. You can only fly over it. Or I suppose you could walk over it if you landed somewhere else. But yeah, it's physically not possible to land anything but a helicopter.
Great. So then you can say Mr. Beast didn't land in Antarctica. Correct?
You
You
lied.
just said it's impossible. Okay. Tell Mr. McToon that.
On the South Pole, and helicopters don't have the range to do this kind of light. So, real quick, Medallion998 for
It
$4.99
doesn't
says,
even make
the common
any
man has
sense, does it? Like, does he? I wonder if he provides any explanation as to why a helicopter, but not anything else.
No, he
Right.
won't. He won't make. He's just making claims because that's all he's done the whole time. He just makes
Right.
his
He's
own
claiming
physics
you can't
up.
land on the ice.
Yeah,
of an
because it's a
airplane.
glacier.
Bullshit.
That's
You can
ridiculous.
land on one as long as there's a runway. Yeah, you can land.
If the ice is thick enough, you can still land. I mean, you get planes
Richard
that land
Berg,
on
well,
water.
we know it's thick enough because it's permafrost. Come on. Right?
Hey.
Like it doesn't melt, so
Yeah. Hey, Professor Harvester, thank you for coming. Thank you for hitting the likes. Really appreciate it. Tomorrow is rest day, Movement. Yes, tomorrow and Sunday is rest day. I do need it. Waking up at 4 a.m. every day is quite a thing, especially if you go sleep so late. I mean, I don't go sleep straight away after this as well. Usually me and my wife chat for an hour or something as well. So, but I must say, quite a
you
difference.
gotta
I'm
have a
actually...
life. I mean,
Yeah, I gotta spend time with my wife. I can't just say, "Hey, babe,
true.
cheers, babe, go sleep, babe." Okay.
Yeah.
Because I mean, think about it. When I get from work, it's children,
Yeah.
and then it's streaming, and
Wait,
then
you work?
yeah, I work. Can you believe it? Work the whole day. I mean, I do
Here you go.
about an average of 12 to 13 kilometers a day.
Mm.
And then it's still children. It's my exercise in the morning, and then making supper, doing that, washing the dishes and all that, doing the streaming, and sometimes editing, and then yeah, me and my wife. That's the only time we can really, that in the off nights. But even on the off nights and stuff, a lot of the time we can talk, but I still have to do editing. I still have to
Yeah.
chat. Still have to, there's a lot of things I need to do.
You've got a book. You do. I don't know if you've wrote any for a while, but you had a book. You were writing a book.
I'm still busy with the book. I just, to be honest, I haven't touched it in about a month and a half. I
Yeah.
just
You've got.
haven't got
Sometimes
there.
you think of the inspiration. Sometimes
Yeah.
you get a block. Sometimes.
But I would love to finish it, even if it takes 10 years. But yeah,
well, it just might at that rate.
but I have to say, I do feel much better. Just doing this week, though, I can't believe the difference.
Mm.
I really can see a difference just in the week that I've done this.
Cool. Cool.
And I'm surprised I'm not really craving things. Although I
That's
am
good.
kind of tempted, like tonight, my wife and then bought a slab of chocolate again. It's like sitting there, it's like, oh, just one block,
I got a free chocolate bar at the gas station for signing up.
Because
I got a chocolate bar with graham crackers and mint in it. I was like, what? Oh, I'll try.
Because think about it, I wake up in the morning and I drink water. That's what I drink.
Yeah.
I drink water, do my
What's wrong with that?
exercise, drink water after the exercise. Then I have my cup of coffee with my breakfast and my proteins and everything.
Mm.
And then I work all day, do my 12, 13 kilometers or whatever. Then I go and do supper when I get home because I have to make my meal separate from the children's and all that, and then
Right.
set up the stream and stream. So it's quite busy.
Yeah.
You are a busy guy.
But at
You're
least
busy
tomorrow
too.
I don't need to wake up at 4, guys. Saturdays and Sundays is rest day, so I can sleep later. But I got to now edit the video that's got to be released tomorrow from the exercise today of this week. So
Oh,
I
yeah.
probably might have to wake up a bit earlier because I got children, and children don't understand to keep quiet while you have to record and talk.
Nope.
It's crazy.
If anything, they understand the opposite.
Oh yeah. They think if you say keep quiet, make some more noise.
Yep. Or at least it makes them forget. It makes them forget to not make noise.
Go to sleep. That means jump on the bed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
And the thing is, my son and my youngest as well, they'll wake me up at 6 o'clock in the morning or 5 o'clock. Actually, coffee. They want coffee. So they'll wake me up just so I can make them coffee. And they know if I'm awake,
You
I'm
gotta make
awake.
it, damn it.
It's like,
You
I know
gotta
you're
make the coffee,
sleeping.
yeah.
I know you're sleeping, but I want coffee.
I need coffee.
That's
crazy.
crazy.
You gotta teach them how to make it, bro.
Trouble affording a trip to Disney World doesn't mean we can't get there. I mean, that is true. All right, so yeah, the trip between Cape Town and Auckland is nearly a straight shot.
Cape Town?
Cape Town and Auckland. That's the same. There's Cape Town and that's Antarctica. Where's Auckland, yeah?
Well, if Cape Town's up there, then Auckland's got to be over to the right.
Yeah, Auckland's got to be that side.
Yeah, over that side. Yeah,
And he's
right.
saying it's a straight
But
line.
what if it's not? What if it's not, though? Then what?
Yeah. But look at this.
Yes. And then to Auckland, basically a straight shot. And then we just keep going.
Huh, that's not basically a straight shot.
Basically, huh?
Let's quickly
I
go
like
back
those
again.
words.
So remember, he goes down, and then Auckland, New Zealand, choop, this way.
Not possible to land anything but a helicopter on the South Pole, and helicopters don't have the range to do this kind of flight. So, real quick, Medallion998 for $4.99 says, the common man
Only
has
a
trouble affording
helicopter
a trip
can
to
do it,
Disney
but a helicopter can't do it.
There we go. See? And
Makes
he's
sense.
changing direction, correct?
Yeah.
What happens when, let's for say, take the Gleason's map, and they now opened up the Antarctic? Which line is it following? Is it the strip down here, and it's opened? So yeah, you can follow this line on a flat Earth too. Let's see if we can quickly get this. And yeah, Auckland's New Zealand, guys. In case you're gonna get some ballers. Oh, he says Auckland's in Australia.
I was gonna say, I know it's not, but I think
No.
I thought you were trying to make that. They
Yeah.
were making funny.
It's definitely.
I'm just making fun of the idiot's path, okay?
That's
Before
not
you
right.
guys want to go and misrepresent me like you usually do.
Yeah, they do like to say stuff about you, don't they?
Yeah,
I was reading some of it the other day. I was like, what the heck? Why? Let cry, huh?
Okay, well, anyway. That's difficult. Where I downloaded one. Let me see if I can clearly find the download. I got that high-res one. It was downloaded a while back. I hope I still have it. I think this year I need to get a bigger hard drive. Because I keep on having to remove things.
No, I hate that.
Yeah, okay, I found it.
I don't want to get rid of stuff.
Yeah, I don't want to get rid of stuff, but
I might
you
need
kind
it.
of
I might
kind
need
of
it.
forced to, you know what I mean? And some trolleys keep on making some weird faces constantly. Shame. Like that's going to...
Not sure it's funny.
Yeah, like that's... What is it? It's like they have nothing better to do. Okay, let's see what we can... Okay, let's do this. Going through Africa. Okay. Where's Auckland now? There we go.
Map that right now.
So, going down through Africa. There we go. Stopping there. And then going back there. Weird. So that same path can be taken on a flat Gleason's map even. Huh. That's odd.
And what's that little island down there on the far right? You don't know? Oh, up above Australia. What is that? New Zealand? On the other side.
Like,
It's Crazy.
world doesn't mean we can't get there. I mean, that is true. All right, so yeah, the trip between Cape Town and Auckland is nearly a straight shot.
Cape Town? Yes. And then to Auckland, basically a straight shot. And then we just keep going. And you do sort of depart off to the east here because I guess they didn't want to land in Hawaii. I would have landed in Hawaii.
No, that's pretty sufficient for me. I mean, that looks like a pretty north-south thing. I will have to look more into this, but again, thanks for charting that out.
See why I'm saying I don't know if this guy's a real flat earther. He's just accepting what they're saying and then it's going to move on to something else again.
Wow.
It's like he doesn't know better, and that's just odd.
Yeah.
And the whole time he's still got that weird smile grin on his face. The whole time, like this, he saw this like it's a joke kind of thing.
And if he is legit and he doesn't know better, he shouldn't be debating yet.
Not at all. But every single thing that's brought up, he's just been listening, let them talk. So, okay, just accept what they say and let's move on to another thing. Then they move on to another thing, and then he says stupid stuff like this, which literally can be shown on the Gleason's map even. And now he's saying, yeah, maybe it looks like it's true. Come on, what the hell?
Yeah, maybe.
No, well, if you're a flat earther, then you know it's not true.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
The thing that concerns me, though, is that...
the reason we got it pushed forward a bit quicker, William, is just so we can get through more quicker, because this guy talks a lot of word salad. And it's just so we can get more arguments in.
This is the report of a circumnavigation north to south that came up on the first page of the Google results, right? This wasn't very hidden.
Yeah.
Now, why didn't you check on it?
I mean, I have, and I mean, I don't want to get more into like, I would like to research this more, and I definitely did look, but a lot of the stuff, again, I want to just do my own research.
Right, so I do want to explain something, which is about my general opposition to simply asserting conspiracies. The thing is that when you fail to provide evidence for a claim, and then you simply say that there is a conspiracy, which is why you do not have the evidence for your claim, all you have done is actually make a second claim, and now you still have to provide the evidence for the first claim, but you also have to provide evidence of the conspiracy.
So more trying to reverse the burden onto Michael. Have you realized that? The claim is not flat Earth. The claim is globe has circumnavigation. You just showed a sphere on the screen and claiming, see, it went through north and, through the north and south. No, it didn't. Now you want him to back up the claim for your globe. What the hell is wrong with this guy?
Saying that there is a conspiracy does not actually help your claim become more plausible. For instance, if I say, actually, aliens land nightly in my backyard, but I don't have any pictures of it because there's a conspiracy to erase the pictures I take via the 5G network and the implanted nanobots that I got when I got my COVID vaccine booster. All that means is now I have to show not only that there are the aliens there by getting around the conspiracy somehow, but I also have to show you how the photos are being erased, who's erasing them, and how that ties into the alleged nanobots that I have, right? All of that just makes it harder for me to demonstrate my claim. So when you say, well, they're actually following a treaty that isn't available online, what now you have to do is not only do you have to demonstrate that people aren't allowed to go to Antarctica, and
he never said no one's allowed to go. He said it's almost impossible, and there's a whole bunch of paperwork, and it costs a lot of money, and they tell you where you're allowed to go and not allowed to go.
And
Get
you have
it?
to carry your own poop home.
He never said you're not allowed to go.
I don't think he's a flat earther.
No, I don't know.
No.
I'm very skeptical on that.
and go, say, ski across to the South Pole and then to the other side of Antarctica, which is a thing that was documented as happening. Not only do you have to say that, but you also have to then demonstrate that there is another version of the treaty. And I don't think that you can, because, well, quite frankly, if anyone could demonstrate that, they would have already done so.
Yeah, you're getting hung up on the treaty thing.
Well,
I'm sure that's the Antarctic. No, you're getting hung up on the duplicate Antarctic treaty. Like, I don't think there's a duplicate. There could be. I don't know. I'm saying that within those words of the Antarctic treaty and within the...
There we go. Let's check that out.
Recordings just got better.
Woo! Recordings just got better. Thank you. Definitely wanted some better recordings. Thank you, Moomin. Appreciate it.
I was just checking that out. Cool. Is that what you've got on you? I was just checking.
Okay, Antarctica. Sorry, we're closed. Taboo Conspiracy. There we go. Shout out to Taboo Conspiracy.
Welcome, everyone.
Woo woo.
This video is in response to the many globe propagandists who demand that I show a picture of the edge of the flat Earth. For the dozens of these ball-loving
Look at that, dude.
zealots with
Sorry?
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
multiple sock puppet accounts who repeat this mantra daily, your demand is ridiculous. But you probably already knew that, right? And that's why you probably keep demanding it. It's actually pretty funny that I just got one of these take a picture comments an hour ago. I'm going to prove in this video that independent travel is not allowed under the Antarctic Treaty System.
See, key word there, independent travel.
Yes. In other words, by yourself, without someone watching you or telling you where you can go.
Exactly.
It's like the Globers don't get that word into their head when it's independent.
That fact alone should cause
I
any
just wanna
thinking
go
person
there and do what I want to do.
Hmm
You know,
They're very
But I can't
selective in
vote,
what
though.
they want to hear.
to begin questioning
I know, right?
artificial
Yeah,
models.
they are. That's
Because
Okay, we've got like 10 minutes left, guys. I'm gonna have to close stream. Sucks.
something big is being hidden from we, the plebeians, and we're not talking about penguins. For most flat earthers, based on the information that we can reasonably gather, Antarctica constitutes the outer rim of the known world. In other words, Antarctica is likely the shoreline to all of the world's oceans. Like a ring magnet, north constitutes the center of our flat earth map, and south is every direction away from the northern center.
Yep.
And before I get a dozen comments claiming that such a magnet is impossible, here's a ring magnet shown here. Notice that south is in every direction away from the center north magnetic pole. This is where the 60th south parallel is on a Mercator map. This is the 60th south parallel on a potential flat earth azimuthal equidistant map.
Notice he says potential flat earth.
Yeah. That was right point.
Not the flat earth map.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Just to
because
let
they
them
don't
know.
have one.
Yeah.
It seems that Antarctica constitutes the circular
Hey, John Edwards, what's up, man? Good to see you.
shore of the known world. So, demanding that I take a picture of a possible edge of the Earth, if any, requires me to not only travel below the 60th south parallel, represented by the circle, but also to cross the entire breadth of Antarctica. According to official numbers, Antarctica has a diameter of roughly 3,400 miles, and so that means our trek will include a long boat ride for hundreds of miles below the 60th south parallel, plus a minimum 6,800-mile round-trip hike across Antarctica. That's assuming the official model is correct. Maybe we could fly to one of the ceremonial pole areas, but that would still leave at least a 3,400-mile hike. In addition, we wouldn't know for sure whether the plane trip itself was interfering with our results, since the pilot would have to follow a designated path outlined by the Antarctic Treaty System. And who truly knows what direction that is until we get there?
Yep. That's also the thing. Like, it's easy to say, oh, we went there, and in the meantime, they're not even at the place they said they would take you. You know what I mean? Really easy.
In order to be fully confident, we would really need to stick to the ground and have control over our own pathway, where we can control our direct southerly route opposite of the northern magnetic pole. Now, whether Antarctica is a smaller continent next to the outer rim, or whether Antarctica is indeed the shoreline of the known world, I don't know the answer. Flat earthers don't have a government budget to spend $1 billion to hire hundreds of cartographers
Yep.
and fleets of boats and planes to map the entire world. But even if flat earthers had the money, we would still run into the Antarctic problem, which is the point of this video. So, what is the Antarctic problem? It is the fact that independent travel is not allowed below the 60th south parallel in any reasonable manner to make any determination as to whether Antarctica is the shoreline boundary circumscribing the known world, or whether Antarctica is simply a continent a little north of the true but unnamed southerly shoreline of the Earth's oceans.
And it's very simple. I don't know what's so difficult to understand. It's quite plain and simple. You are not allowed to independently just go to Antarctica and do what you want to do. It's against the rules. Why? Because we need to save the penguins.
Yeah.
Ah. We need to keep the ice clean. Ah. That's okay, dude. Our two countries are having war. We're busy killing thousands of your people. But hey, we're friends when we come to Antarctica. We're friends when we go to space. Really?
Yes, yeah. Mm.
For all we know, Antarctica may be an infinite plain that is uninhabitable at further distances. Again, we don't know.
Space Miner, what's up?
But, as I will describe in this video, I suspect that Antarctica is the shoreline, circumscribing the known world, due to the unbelievable restrictions placed on travel there. Excluding a couple of questionable claims, the total lack of north-south circumnavigation only proves the same. But if I'm not allowed by our governments to independently travel below the 60th south parallel and then to traverse Antarctica over 6,800 miles, then I cannot take a picture of a theoretical edge, dome, or those other lands beyond the South Pole, whatever the case may be.
Also very true. Although I have said in the past this map is just satire, but his whole point is, how are we able to validate any of it if we're not allowed to independently go there?
Exactly.
I remember people saying this came from an old newspaper
Old
somewhere,
Japanese
long
newspaper
time
or
ago.
something, yeah. Apparently.
Ah, yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's apparently I think an old Japanese article, but it came out as it was just satire. But yeah, the point the point is just simple. What he's putting up though is, how are we able to go out and validate it if we're not allowed to independently travel? We need to have very special permits, and we have to be guided by, and they're allowed to tell us where and where we're not allowed to go. So no, you can't have independent travel there. That's what I'm saying. But unfortunately, guys, you're gonna have to end it here.
Run out of time again.
I can't believe it. Sorry that the power goes off so much here in South Africa, guys. What can I say?
I mean, 2 hours a night is decent, so.
Yeah, it's still a decent show at least.
Of course, absolutely.
Yeah, and tomorrow night's the debate, guys. Debate tomorrow night, so please, if you do like debate, show up tomorrow and show your support. Really do appreciate it.
It'll be a little later than the normal show, isn't it?
Yeah, we're starting a half an hour later than usual. So instead of 9 o'clock Central African time, we're starting 9:30, and the debate will be 10 o'clock. And we'll be doing.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll have it done on StreamYard.
Cool.
Okay.
So,
I won't be here tomorrow. I'll be taking a break for a day or two, but I will watch the debate.
Awesome.
So just saying.
No,
Okay,
awesome. Thanks for coming. Really appreciate it. So yeah, thanks all guys for coming. Really appreciate it. Appreciate everybody's support. If you haven't hit the likes yet, what's going on?
Better do it right now.
Yeah, do it now before I end the show. How's that, guys? Can you afford hit the likes? I really appreciated it, and the sharing of the show, as it does help the show to grow to bigger audiences. And because give some YouTube love, please. Okay. Thank you guys all for coming. Appreciate everybody. Thank you for the support on the channel. Thank you for everybody. Thank you for my Patreon members, members of the show, everybody that does support the show financially. You guys are awesome. And I'll see you guys all tomorrow night for a nice debate, a nice globe pummeling. Actually looking forward to that.
Cool.
So yeah, I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Cheers. Many blessings.
Flatten the globe.
Yeah, may the pressure be with you.
May the